Hey Tommy, what are F-150s known for?
I don't know, being Fords?
Yeah, of course, but they're also known for being turbocharged. They introduced a 2.7 liter and a 3.5 liter twin turbo, and the controversy has been raging ever since. Are these engines reliable?
That's right. Now, the EcoBoost engines came out almost 10 years ago, so they've been out for a while now, and we're starting to see some higher mileage numbers on these trucks. And it's a big question that we get all the time. What are they like long term?
Yeah, and on this episode of Dude I Love or Hate My Ride Home Edition, we've got the answer to that question, because we've got 3 owners who have put significant amounts of mileage on their EcoBoost F-150s, and they're going to walk us through and tell us what they like and what they don't like, and what has broken and what has not broken. So hopefully by the end of this video, we're going to answer that age-old question: is sticking turbos on a pickup truck a good or a bad idea?
Now, the first 2 that we're going to profile are pretty typical mileage for the age of the trucks.
Yep.
The third one, though, you're going to want to stick around for, because it's some crazy high mileage numbers. Now, we're going to start with Jason. Jason has this red F-150. It's got the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. Let's learn a little bit more about it.
You got it. Roll the video, please.
Hi, my name's Jason. I'm from West Virginia, and this is my 2014 F-150 XLT with the 3.5 EcoBoost. I bought it used in April of 2018, so I've had it exactly about 2 years. I'd had 39,000 miles on it. I now have 71,000 maintenance-wise. Well, you can see here, I had to start keeping a log at about 50,000 miles. I was just doing so many things to it. There's no way I was going to remember it all. One of the first things that happened to the truck at about, I guess it's 55,000 miles, I started having a bad engine miss under heavy acceleration. It would shut down cylinder number 3, throw an engine code, almost go into limp mode, it felt like. It was the spark plugs. I pulled what I'm assuming were factory plugs, and as I was pulling them out, I was checking the gap on all of them, and they were just all over the place. None of them, there weren't 2 plugs that had the same gap. I replaced those with some benzo iridiums, gapped at about 30, and that fixed that problem. The truck runs great. So after that, I had an O2 sensor go bad, which that's common maintenance thing. That's no big deal. Of course, oil changes and normal maintenance. I did change the front pads and rotors at about 63,000 miles. I put new rear brake pads on, and at that time I also I went ahead and got a hardware kit and changed out the parking brake hardware. The actuators that control the parking brake were completely seized up. I just didn't use it enough, I guess, and it just got corroded in the salt here in West Virginia. I do have some Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack tires. The truck has a 331 rear end. Not the best for towing. As you can see, I've got a double axle trailer there that I pull ATVs and 4-wheelers on, but it pulls, it's cliche, but like nothing's behind it. It's the best pulling truck I've ever driven. Overall, really like the truck, and just want to thank you guys for doing what you do, for the hours and hours of entertainment. I've been watching since, Andre was only checking the temperatures on trailer brakes, and he was only allowed to speak Russian. But great videos. Keep up the good work. Happy Easter, and stay safe, stay healthy.
All right, Tommy, there you have it. That is quite the laundry list of problems that he's had, but interestingly, he still loves his truck.
Yeah, he really is going to stick with this F-150. He's happy with the performance of the EcoBoost, and it's true that, for the age of the truck, there's a tremendous amount of horsepower with those twin turbos.
Yeah, and the question, of course, is what do you rate his ride, Tommy? I'm going to give it an 8. Because, well, I got to tell you, I'm not a big fan of those chromy wheels, but I do love the tires, so I'm going to take 2 points away for too much chrome. Sorry, dude.
It's a perfect analysis. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 as well. Now, next up, we have Jake. There's no chrome on Jake's truck.
There is no chrome for sure. Look at that. Even the Ford logo has been deleted.
That's right, and you'll see 3.5 twin turbo badging all across this vehicle. So Jake is very proud of his EcoBoost, and he's from Alaska.
Cool.
Ready?
Yeah, roll the video.
What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you my 2013 F-150 FX4. The truck right now has 70,000 miles on it. Still young. On the front we have Bilstein leveling struts, which are set at 2 1/4 inch. The truck was level at one point. In the rear I have 1 1/4 inch a spacer lift. The truck is sitting, as you can see, on 35-inch tires. Here I got some ditch lights set up in the rear. I have them set into the bumper there. Mounted and plumbed a Viair air compressor. That's all controlled here. My switch panel. There's my air chuck. Got a boost gauge. Got my SCT X4 tuner. This does have a 5-star tune. TFL, I know you guys love 5-star tune. You work with them a lot. Obviously in the front you can see there's a different intercooler in the truck. I just installed this full race intercooler. So that'll allow me to either run a winch down here, just like you guys did on the Gen 1 Raptor you had, or I can also run like a pre-owner bumper. I have a catch can, which is super good to have on a directed injection engine. So this is the dirty side catch can, and I also have the clean side catch can. An S&B cold air intake. I have Solar Performance off-road downpipes on this, and I also have an Aero catback exhaust, which they don't make anymore, unfortunately. It's pretty loud. I feel like the neighbors hate me, but just going over a couple issues I've had with the truck. My rear defroster stopped working, which apparently is pretty common on these trucks. I at one point did have a rattle on startup. Some things online said it could be due to a poor oil filter that allows drain back, but I haven't had that in 2 years or so. So I started using better oil filters and the problem seemed to go away, so they might be right. My most recent problem was a sticky thermostat. The truck was overheating a couple times when I was towing, and towing a pretty light camper, only about 3,000 pounds or so, but towing up some pretty steep grades here in Alaska. I went in and I changed the thermostat. I did put one that was 10 degrees cooler in to try to get some more help there. My Bilstein shocks are going bad. They got about 50 or 60,000 miles on them. They are not they're not as good as they were when they were new, definitely. So it's time to switch those out. I'm super happy with the truck. I'm kind of obsessed with it without it, if you ask my wife, but it's a good truck. The EcoBoost is a lot of fun. I do have a YouTube channel if you guys have any questions, or if you want to see more about this truck. It is called Not So Quaker. All right, guys, thanks. Appreciate you, TFL guys, and have a good one.
Well, that truck was certainly highly modified, Tommy, and blacked out to the 9s, or is it 10s? Let me ask you this. You see the little 3.5 liter twin turbo badge? Mm-hmm. Is that factory? I don't think that's factory.
No, of course not.
No.
Neither is the little 3.5 badge along the side. But I do like the look of this truck. The monochromatic white on black looks great. It almost looks like a Raptor if you squint. And it sounds pretty good for an EcoBoost too. It's got that performance exhaust.
Yeah, and I like where you put your max tracks, dude. So I'm going to give you a 9 out of 10 on that truck. It's good to see something that is Alaskan and blacked out. I guess at night in the summer in Alaska, you'll always see it because the sun never goes down, right?
I don't know what any of that means, Dad.
Neither do I. Let's go to the next one.
What
do we have here, and how many miles does this truck have on it?
Do you want me to tell you, or do you want to wait and find out?
I think it's got a lot.
It's got a lot, yes. It's this is kind of the highest mileage truck on our list, and let's see if the owner, Zach, is still liking it.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on, Fast Lane Car?
This is my 2012 Ford F-150 with 171,000 miles. I've had it for about 5 years, I think, and it's been a really solid truck. This is the max tow package with the 373 rear end. We actually use it to tow our 11,000 pound, fully loaded 11,000 pound camper. When it's dry, it's close to 8. I got the KO2s, 265 17s on there. Also put on these cool, see if you can see that, they're called Monroe Sensatrack shocks. They're really great for hauling and helping with the sway and the squat of the trailer. I also installed the Timberland Sumo springs, I believe is what they're called, to help with the weight of the trailer. Also installed a backup camera, of course, because these things can be a little bit hard backing up and getting on the trailer. Also put on a Flowmaster 40 series muffler, just nothing special. It's just welded on into the stock stuff. Yeah, it's been a really solid truck. Of course, it's the EcoBoost, the 3.5, and this truck works, believe me. We've taken it to Amarillo, to Palo Duro, pulling the trailer all the way up a 8% grade, fully loaded. Under here is pretty much stock, besides the little air raid intake. The only thing I've done under the hood is I did a timing chain a while ago. I didn't do it myself. I did it at a local shop, and it was a real pain in the butt. They had to remove the whole front clip and take apart the whole front of the motor. And the guy told me that he'll never do another one again because it was so complicated. You can hear it when it starts up. The exhaust isn't too loud, which I really like. I got my Bully Dog tuner here, which I really like. I have it set on a tow tune right now. So it's on like an 87 octane towing tune, like fuel economy tune, they call it. But if you put on the premium tune and have everything set up the correct way, you can have it, I think it's like another 90 horsepower or something. There we go, 17.4 average, 172,000 miles on this thing. And then this truck is two-wheel drive, but it does have the rear locker, which is really nice. And of course the integrated brake controller, which is a must-have. We installed Rancho Ready Lift shocks. So it's just a little 2-inch leveling kit for the truck, but it's kind of funny. Me and my buddy did these ourselves, and you can see this one has the adjustment right here, but on the other side it's actually on backwards, which sucks. But I don't think it affects anything, but yeah, these have been really great too. That's about it, guys. This is my 2012 Ford F-150 EcoBoost 373 rear end max tow package. It's a great little truck, and really happy with it.
Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Cool.
Yeah, that was cool. So, Tommy, have we answered that age-old question, are EcoBoost reliable?
No, we have a sample size of 3 here, so I don't think that's a fair representation. But it is cool to see what real-world owners are doing with their trucks and how they're holding up.
I would disagree. I think that we have kind of sort of answered it. It really depends on the truck. It depends on the owner. It's like any other truck, right? It may be no more or no less reliable. It really depends on, you know, how you service it, how you maintain it,
How it's used,
yeah.
you know, if it's towing a lot, yeah, a lot of variables.
Yeah, so by the way, guys, if you want to send us a dude I love or hate, because I'm really looking for those hate videos. I want people who hate their vehicles.
Oh,
send
Dad.
those to us. How do they do it, Tommy?
Yep, I got a little video explaining how coming up right now.
Hey, thank you for sending us your video here to TFL Studios so we can make it famous on Dude I Love My Ride Home Edition. Well, we noticed that a lot of people had some issues sending us files because emails are just not suitable for video. However, we do have a much better solution. It's a file service called WeTransfer, and WeTransfer is a way you can securely and safely and freely, we should say, send us your video files. That way the quality is better and there's no issues going down the road. So here's how you do it. If you're planning on using your cell phone to upload the files, like I think many of you will be, all you have to do is open up your browser, and this works both on Apple and Android, and type in tflstudios.wetransfer.com and then hit enter. Now it will take you to this page, and you'll see a big button that says send a file. Click that and then tap I agree, and it'll give you a plus arrow where you can actually add your files. Add up to 20 gigabytes. So click that. I'm going to say photo library, videos, and then I'm going to select my video and hit done. So there you can see your video is added. In the message section, please add your name and your truck. So in this case, it'll be Tommy Micah, and the truck or car or whatever lawnmower is 2020 Nissan Titan, just so we know what's coming our way. And then click next. And then you plug in your own personal email. And what it'll do is send you a verification just to make sure you're a real person and not a robot. And click transfer. So it says verify your email. Go ahead and check your email and you'll see a code. And then go ahead and plug in your verification code. Alright, and verify. So once you're verified, you'll see it will upload your file to the internet, and you can see it going there. And then it will send a verification that you have completed your transfer and that we have received it. Now you can actually do the same exact process on a computer. It's just as easy. Let me show you. Here on the computer, it's the same exact process. So simply type in tflstudios.wetransfer.com and hit enter. And then here you'll see a little bubble that says add your files. So click on the file you want to add. Then plug in your email address, your personal email address, and a message. Once again, your name, and your vehicle. So it'll ask you to verify your email again, and then you'll be ready to go. And we'll get your files a little bit quicker, it'll be a little bit easier. Well, thank you so much for contributing, and if you have any questions, email me, ask@tfltruck.com, and we'll help you through them.
All right, there you have it. I love these homemade videos, guys. Thank you so much for sending them to us. We're very grateful that you are sharing your vehicles, in this case your trucks, with us. As always, this is Roman.
And Tommy, head over to tfltruck.com because we have a lot more of these coming, and we really hope you're enjoying these because we're enjoying watching them.
Yeah, so fun to watch your trucks. See you guys next time. Ciao.